Taurus, this is Amanda from By Luna's Light. Welcome to your weekly reading. Now this is a timeless reading, so anytime that you view this reading is the perfect time for you to receive its message. And this is also a collective reading, so please just take what resonates for you and leave the rest behind. If you haven't already, please check out my Facebook page, By Luna's Light. This is where I do weekly pick-a-pile readings every Sunday to see what your week ahead will look like. And I also have a Instagram account, By Luna's Light Tarot, where I do daily inspirations and card pickings. All right, I'm going to open up your reading today with the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Angels and guides, please come forward for my Taurus. What do my Taurus need to know in regards to their life at this time? Okay. Bottom of the deck is deep quiet, meditation, and stillness. So some of you could be going deep within right now, maybe deep into shadow work, deep into hermit mode, maybe taking a break from, maybe a vacation is what you really truly need, or a break from a relationship at this time. Take it as it resonates. This is a number 11, which is, when you break it down, a number 2, could be about union. This is also, number 11 is a mirroring number. So there could be a union in your life or coming into your life that is going to be a mirror for you to do very deep healing. So that could be childhood trauma or ancestral trauma, deep wounds that have been with you for quite some time. Now your first card is number 26, Gathering Around, the power of community. So Spirit is very much saying it's time to tap into your support systems and your support circles. That could look like your friends, your loved ones, your family, or simply reaching out to community resources as well. Maybe you have some sort of class or group, meditation group that you tend to get together with via Skype nowadays or Zoom, or maybe it's starting to reopen again. Maybe for some of you, you know, there are other resources when you're truly feeling down, perhaps reaching out to counselors or maybe AA groups if need be. There are so many resources out there that Spirit wants you to be aware of, whatever your situation pertains to, that there's always someone out there that is willing to listen, to help, and to be there for you. So reach out if you feel the need for that support. We all need it every now and then. That's the give and take energy currency of the universe. So when we are not taking, we are giving, and when we are needing to take, the energy is there for us as well. Now this is number 19, Falling Angel, Spiritual Narcolepsy. There's a big situation going on in your life right now where maybe you feel like a fallen angel, like you are falling from grace, like you have really been knocked off of your solid foundation. Now it's curious because number 19 is the Sun card. So there is a form of enlightenment coming through here, or a form of happiness, kind of like a blessing in disguise perhaps. Maybe this situation needed to happen to release you from some sort of bond or something that has been holding you back for quite some time. And now that you are falling from this or releasing it, letting it fall away, you're going to be experiencing a lot more joy in your life. Possibly that you just never even expected. Again, with that blessing in disguise that's coming through. Okay. I'm going to choose some of the Psychic Tarot of the Heart for you as well. Angels and guides, please come forward for my Taurus. What does my Taurus need to know in regards to their life at this time? overall bottom of the deck energy here, overall energy, open up. So this is the Four of Wands, which is typically about stability, structure. But they're saying to open up. It's time to kind of break yourself open at this point. I really feel, especially when you're going into that hermit mode, that deep healing, it's time to open yourself up to that and open yourself up to connection with people again. Because we can get stuck in hermit mode too. It can become like a protection mechanism, where you tend to, you know, how boundaries, good healthy boundaries, can become walls towards people. You don't want to go too far the other way, right? So it's imperative that you do the healing and to go within, but remember that there is a time for you to open back up. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of movement coming here. Okay. So your first card, number 7, this is move. Now, number 7 is the number of the Chariot card, which is success over obstacles. It could be that there is some sort of move on your horizon. Maybe you're moving residences, homes, maybe you're moving towns, countries, or this is simply, it's time to move out of the situation that you are in. So if you are in a situation with a person, like in a relationship, maybe it's time for you to move on from this relationship, or this is simply saying, okay, maybe if you're too far into hermit mode, now it's time for you to come out of that. Maybe it's time for you to move out of that energy. It looks like there was a lot of heart healing here, a lot of healing of the heart. And with your next card, there's the move again, moving on. So moving on, this is the 8 of Cups, moving on from a difficult situation, moving on from a relationship, moving on from the past, something that you cannot change or control anymore. You're moving on from. It's time to let that go. And it does look like a solitary move, so I am sensing that some of you might be moving on from a relationship. But you do have community around you. You have a lot of support. So you're not in this alone. Definitely not in this alone. And with the number 19 here with the falling angel, it is a blessing in disguise. And with the number 19, that breaks down to a 10, which is the end of a very difficult situation. But 10s become 1s, which is also manifesting new beginnings. So with every death, there is a rebirth. And your last oracle card here is choose your battles, also a number 7. So again, success over obstacles. But is this a battle that you want to choose? Like, is there still lingering animosity perhaps between you and this past person? Maybe it's just time to cut the cord and walk away. Choose your battles. Like, what are you willing to fight for? Are you willing to fight for this relationship, or is it time for you to move on? I am sensing it's more of a move on situation for a lot of you. But again, they're saying you do have a choice here, but you have to choose your battles. Is this going to be a battle worth fighting? Okay, I'm going to open up your tarot reading today with the Green Witch's Tarot. Angels and guides, please come forward for my Taurus. What do my Taurus need to know in regards to their life at this time? A little tongue-tied here. What do my Taurus need to know? Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, your cards just went flying. Give me 1 second. They really wanted these cards to be known, I guess. Let's do this. Okay, overall energy, bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So perhaps realizing that something in your life in regards to your emotions, maybe this love connection for some of you, realizing that it is not a wish fulfillment. It is not what you thought it would be. It is not what you dreamed it would be. So with the Nine of Cups in the reverse, that means that there is some sort of disappointment there where something did not come to fruition as you had hoped. We have the Four of Swords. So this is a period of rest, time apart, definitely doing that internal work, that healing, taking a break from someone perhaps. And you know what, like, this is moving on, blah, blah, blah. Like, sorry, I say blah, 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 as in like everything that I've already said could indicate leaving a relationship. But you always have to see how this fits into your life. So this could also indicate that, hey, like right now the energy is speaking about just having a fight with your spouse or your loved one and just taking like a couple days apart, not like fully breaking up, but just having your own time and space. That's also what this could indicate, is just having you time, just to clear your head, to choose your battles, figure out if this fight is like, is it something that was blown out of proportion, you know? So always take this as it resonates and apply it to your life as best suited. Because there are so many, with doing this with the collective, there are so many different storylines out there that I could go over, but I do not have the time for all those. So again, just see how this resonates in your life. Now, Page of Pentacles. With the Page of Pentacles, there is some sort of offering of commitment here. It's kind of in its infancy stage here, so it could be that, like, you know, you're taking a break at this time out to yourself, and then maybe coming back with an offer, maybe a little offer just like of reconciliation, or this could be investing in your future with someone new. We will clarify these cards as well. Now we have the Ace of Wands. So there is a new beginning here, a very passionate new beginning, something that is sparking up your life. This could be a new relationship altogether. This could be a new passion, maybe within your job, your career, or your hobbies. Some brilliant idea that's just going to spark some life back into you. Now we have the Ten of Wands. So the end of a very difficult situation. It could be that, you know, you're coming out of this hermit time where you were very perhaps depressed, really lonely, really needing to do all that internal work. But now you're starting to realize, okay, I need to think more about my investments, about my future, about my energy. And here is that Ace of Wands where it's like, okay, well, now I'm starting to gain momentum again. I'm letting go of the past here. This is the past burdens. This is anything that has been weighing on your shoulders immensely. You're letting this go. You're needing to release this baggage because you cannot move forward with it. You have no room on your shoulders for anything else, anything new, and especially with this Ace of Wands here, with this new exciting adventure, you can't go forward on this adventure with all this crap from the past. You're going to be slowing yourself down, making yourself frustrated, and there's no room for new memories to build. So it's time to let all that go. And for those of you who are simply just in a fight with your spouse, I say simply, sometimes they can be very intense because there's a lot of passion behind them. For those of you that are experiencing that at this time, this is simply saying, okay, you know, maybe you're having the same fight over and over and over again, it's time to get over it. It's time to fix that and let it go for both of you, because you can't keep doing this. You can't keep having the same fight over and over. It's like Groundhog Day. You're not getting anywhere with it. So you need to look at it from a different angle so that you can fix it, heal it, or realize that, you know what, maybe this is a deal breaker. Again, with that choose your battles, right? So it's definitely time to address that and to release some of that baggage. Now we have the Five of Cups in the reverse. There's some sort of disappointment that you're overcoming here. Something that happened in the past that truly disappointed you. Again, that could be that reoccurring fight that you're having perhaps with your partner, or something that you've been holding on to. But you're releasing that now. You're releasing that memory, that energy, that everything that you've been holding on to surrounding that circumstance. You are finally learning to release that. Now we have the Page of Wands in the reverse. So as much as you are excited and amped for this new beginning, you have this Ace of Wands. It could be that you're a little reluctant to share that with someone right now. Maybe you're just taking this time out for you. But maybe it's just you're not on sorry, spirit makes me laugh. You're not on the same page is what they're saying at this time. One of you maybe wants to invest. One of you is maybe a little less interested or a little less inspired. So be them both pages, you're not on the same page at this time. Oh, that one was here. But we have the Four of Wands coming through. Four of Wands is all about stability and structure. This could be a proposal, engagement. I feel like one or both of you are, maybe you're in this type of relationship at this time where you're kind of like ready for a commitment. Maybe they're going to propose soon, or maybe you are engaged already. This could indicate the type of a relationship that you're in at this time, or the type that you want. Take that as it resonates. Maybe this is what you're kind of hoping for or waiting for, is some form of acknowledgement of your relationship, some form of offer towards the relationship to see where it can grow. Now we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So I feel like some of you might be giving up on this situation, on this relationship perhaps. We will clarify, so do not get too much in a panic if that's not what you want, but I do feel like you're giving up on something, because with the Nine of Wands in the reverse, that is definitely giving up on a situation that you've been working really hard towards. So if you've been waiting for quite some time for this person to propose or to propose to someone, I feel like maybe you're giving up on waiting. Maybe you're just like, you know what, maybe it's for the best that this doesn't happen. But we will see. I will clarify. Now we have Temperance coming forward in the reverse. So this indicates that you've lost patience. Again, you're no longer waiting. You're no longer pushing forward with something. You lost patience. So perhaps you're like, okay, well, if you're not going to propose, or if you're not ready to commit, then I'm moving on. That could very well be for some of you. You realize like, hey, I've been wanting to invest here. Doesn't quite feel like we're getting anywhere with this. Maybe it's time to move on. But just as we say that, we have the Page of Cups coming forward. So the Page of Cups can be a new offer coming in, or it can be an apology. So perhaps your person's coming in with an apology, realizing now what they have been messing up on or missing out on, or just not picking up on the cues, or apologizing for this fight that possibly you guys have had that is kind of separating you at this time. There is an apology coming forward here, or like I said, the offer of a new beginning. Maybe the offer of a new beginning after an apology, moving forward without this baggage, letting go of the repetitive fight that could be going on between you two. Okay, I'm going to clarify with the Gilded Tarot today. Angels and guides, please come forward for my Taurus. What do my Taurus need to know in regards to their life at this time? Why is the Four of Swords here? The High Priestess. Okay, so the Four of Swords is coming through because you're needing a new perspective, perhaps. Maybe needing this time to gain new perspective, a higher perspective. Something that takes you out of your feelings and more into your intuition. Because a lot of times our feelings can block our intuition. It's a little too biased, right? It's a lot too biased, especially for those who feel so deeply. It's better to get out of your emotions, to take a step back from your situation and use your intuition on this and be like, okay, where is this going? Don't tell me what my heart is saying, because sometimes your heart, anyone's heart, can get really bruised. It can get really hurt. And that influences us a little too much on which direction we want to take sometimes. Not saying that we shouldn't trust our heart, just that we shouldn't trust the trauma that surrounds our heart sometimes, because sometimes we can see situations through a lens of trauma, and that is the trauma that hasn't been healed, which is needing to be healed at this time. So with this High Priestess coming forward, that is very much getting a higher perspective, an outsider's perspective on the situation, kind of taking out the emotion and more so focusing on the intuition. Now we have the Page of Pentacles here and the Three of Wands. Okay, so yeah, some of you have been waiting for that commitment, waiting for an offer of commitment, waiting for that engagement or that offer of stability, that offer of working towards a future with you. That is what you guys have been waiting for, it looks like. Now we have this Ace of Wands and the Justice card. Okay, so the Justice card is in the reverse, so there is an imbalance here. Now, with this Ace of Wands, you're wanting this new beginning. You're fueling yourself with this passion. You're wanting to move forward, but there's an imbalance here. So maybe there isn't a reciprocity in this excitement, in this movement, in this future. Maybe your person is kind of hesitant. Maybe not like feeling that same passion or drive at this time. And that could have absolutely nothing to do with you. That could be everything that is going on within them, within, like, surrounding their job, their self-worth, and like their confidence. That is 100% a them problem, that they're needing to work out. So I will not say, please do not take that as a reflection towards you. It is simply something that they're needing to work through at this time. 10 of Wands. Here's the Hermit card. Yes, it's Hermit time, right? So you are going deep within. You are going into Hermit mode, that time apart, to release this 10 of Wands. Now, if that doesn't resonate for you, this could be your person as well. This could be your person taking a lot of burdens off their own shoulders, dealing with their own shadows, dealing with their own healing at this time. And maybe that's why there's that imbalance. Take that as it resonates, because it could flip-flop. The energy is there, but it could possibly be like, hey, just as you are getting to your healing port, healing port, like a dock with a ship. Isn't that funny? Which is the card that you just got. Anyways, I digress. You could just get into your healing point where you are in a good place, and then all of a sudden your person's like, oh, okay, yeah, I need to do some work now. Like, I didn't see this coming either, but I could sure use some hermit time. So maybe you're both going through this, but at different times. And so it's creating this imbalance where just as you feel like you're ready to move forward, they're like, okay, hold on. I got to do this now too. Which creates issues within reciprocity within the relationship, because you can only give so much when your cup is empty. So please keep that in mind. But it is, this hermit time is coming in for one or both of you to release those burdens of the past, all of this stuff that has been building up on your shoulders. Now we have the Five of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so you're releasing something in the past that was a huge disappointment towards you, or something that has really hurt you in the past, and you're victorious in this. This is the victory card. This is overcoming such disappointments and hurt and maybe betrayal or exhaustion in a relationship, childhood trauma. I could go on and on, because there are so many things out there that can traumatize us that we don't even know in the moment sometimes are traumatizing us. But you are victorious in this healing, in this releasing. So all this hermit time is imperative, and it's going to work. Now we have the Page of Wands in the reverse with the World. Okay, so here's a completion, the end of a cycle, the end of feeling unsure about moving forward with passion. You know, this Page of Wands is maybe losing a spark within the relationship, or maybe losing some intimacy or excitement, sensuality, perhaps, maybe withdrawing from that section of your life. Well, there's a completion here. So it needed to happen, but you are completing that cycle. You are moving forward away from that cycle, releasing it. Now we have the Four of Wands with the Queen of Swords. Okay, so that's a good sign. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, or a Libra, or this is simply you guys communicating now about higher commitment, about stability, about a proposal, an engagement. This is communication. This is deeper insight. You're finally connecting on this level. Now we have the Nine of Wands in reverse, giving up. So what you're giving up on is this Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is in the reverse, and the Eight of Swords is all about being stuck, feeling stuck in your life, or feeling trapped in your own mind, not being able to get out of a situation, feeling like you're powerless. You're coming out of that energy. You are completely letting it go with the Nine of Wands in reverse. You're no longer holding on to that. You're letting go of the past, which is amazing. So freeing. Now we have the Temperance card in the reverse. Okay, so you're getting impatient because you're ready for this Fool card to be upright. You're ready for a new beginning. And it's coming. It's showing up. It's definitely coming. But there's a delay here because you guys need to go through this healing. So here's kind of a timeline. You're going through, you're taking the time out to gain a new perspective. You're waiting for a commitment to come in. But there's an imbalance here. So like I said, just when you're ready, they kind of fall off. When they're ready, you fall off. Like there's a bit of an imbalance. But there's hermit time for one or both of you. Major healing time, which is going to be very successful in releasing all this crap from the past that has been holding you back to committing towards a future with someone. And there's going to be a completion in regards to this lack of passion between you two. You're going to be communicating about a higher commitment. You're moving forward, finally communicating about what you both truly want. You're releasing that powerless feeling. You're letting go of that block in your relationship. And you, because of that, you're impatient about this new beginning, but it is on its way. It's just in a delay. So now we have that page of, So there was a Tower moment, maybe even a breakup, maybe a separation, maybe just a huge blow up between you two. That is why this Page of Cups is here. There's an apology in regards to this and an offer of new love again, starting fresh, building a foundation from the ground up. So it needed to happen. Or for some of you, I don't see this. I feel like it's more you are reconciling, coming back together. But for some of you, it could be that this Tower moment needed to happen within this previous relationship to make way for a new one. So that's not going to resonate for all of you. But there is the potential there, which I do need to say as well. And with this Nine of Cups, something really disappointed you. Perhaps the fact that with your overall energy on the bottom of the deck. Knight of Pentacles, there wasn't an offer of love coming forward. You felt like there wasn't at all. They weren't moving. They weren't coming forward. The Knight of Pentacles in the upright is already a very slow-moving person, slow-moving opportunity or offer. With it in the reverse, it wasn't coming in, and this is what truly disappointed you. So now there is communication about this coming forward, and you guys are able to discuss it openly without the lens of a trauma, without all this baggage on your shoulders. You're able to finally communicate more honestly towards each other and see where it takes you. All right, Taurus, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this resonated for you, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys again next week. Take care.